starters are going to play some in the preseason game. What do you want to take from the practice field to the game?
Yeah, I think it's going to be emphasized as just procedure. You know, the results in a preseason game obviously don't count, but we do want to have good results. But most of all, I think just breaking the huddle right, getting lined up, snapping the ball, and getting good plays off and getting productive plays off. But at the same time, just feeling good about when we're out there with the starters.
Basically, a good smooth operation.
Exactly. Yeah, operation. Yeah, procedure, operation, and feeling good about that.
Seems like the offense is really humming, especially today, a really good day for you and the receivers. A lot of plays down the field, and have you just sensed that too? That's been a really big part of it.
No, we don't do that here. We don't throw it down the field at all. No.
But it looks like it's been.
It's been good, yeah. We got guys that can run. We got guys that can catch. We're protecting well, and they're running good routes.
And that's the key part of it too, is the protection part too. Having all five of those guys, your ability just to be able to stand back there, watch, and kind of see the field. How big has that been?
Yeah, it's been huge. I think it starts in the run game, like we've always said. When we're able to run the ball well, the play action game will make that protection that much better. And then just those guys are starting to gel a little bit up front. It takes some time. You know, from last year being banged up a little bit this year in training camp, you've seen it week after week get better and better. I think they feel pretty good about it, and I know I feel good about it.
Jared, what's the relationship like now that you've got another year on your belt, I guess, with Tim and David? And just you said that you guys really now can talk about life things, share a lot. How important is that for you guys to have that kind of?
It's fun. It's fun. I've never been in a quarterback room with the same three guys 2 years in a row. So it's been fun with those guys. They keep it light. They keep it fun. They're both extremely competitive, and it's fun for me to have guys like that who are competitive with me on the field. Of course. Of course. They've both, you know, had their fair share of playing time, and they've both played around really good quarterbacks as well. So I'll bounce stuff off them all the time.
There's been a little noticeably unique things about PJ is that second year that he has, when he already seems like he's going full speed and then suddenly turns it up a notch. So
Yeah.
I mean, it really seems like the chemistry's turned a corner with you guys really the last week or so. How long did it take you to kind of discover that, adjust to that ability to know he could get to balls that most other guys can't?
Yeah, it's just reps. You know, it's just reps over and over again, knowing what his speed is and knowing his ability and his range. And it's trust and it's confidence. And I think he's coming into his own right now and has a lot of confidence. Is playing well, is playing fast. And like you said, that kind of second year where, you know, as a quarterback, you almost feel like you can just chuck it out there wherever and he's going to go get it. That's a good feeling.
I know you watched film with him, you worked with him in the offseason, but now that you're seeing it, you're seeing these one-hand catches or the basket touches.
Yeah.
Like, how excited are you about just the potential connection you guys have coming into the season?
Excited. Yeah, it's still so early. We've got about, you know, I don't know, a month until game one, but excited about where it's going for sure. It's definitely going this way with him and I and our whole pass game, but still plenty of things to clean up all the time.
It's been a little while since you've been in quarterback competition. I think right, your first year. What do you
Yeah, not really, but yeah. Case had that job, but yeah, sorry.
Right. Well, just not as QB1 coming out of the gate. I
Sure,
guess. So
sure, yeah.
As far as David and Tim, like for you, preseason is pretty operational, but for them, it's really about execution. I mean, what do you think you need to see from them, or coaches need to see from them as they sort of work?
Yeah, that's their job. I'll be supporting both those guys. Again, they're extremely competitive guys, which is fun for me to be a part of and to see them compete and to see them play. They both have strengths in their own right, and obviously not my job to evaluate, but it's fun to be in that same room with them.
What makes a good backup quarterback QB starter, besides obviously being able to step in?
Yeah, that's most important, right, is being able to step in. You know, a guy that can provide value in some way other than playing at times, and they both do that extremely well. And again, like you said, most importantly, a guy that can step in for, you know, selfishly, hopefully not very long, but, you know, it can step in and win games if needed, and both those guys can do that too.
But Jamal, what have you seen from him that's made him emerge as a leader in that locker room?
He's been a leader, you know. I think we respect him. He's a big voice on our offense and a guy who's a veteran now. You know, I believe he's in year 5 or 6, so he's been around the block. He's seen it, and he's got respect of the locker room and respect of everybody.
Jared, this is your third time going through Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Just curious, do you like watching the episodes when they're going? Do you like to ignore it? How do you handle?
Yeah, you know, that's a good question. I don't remember if I watched it the first or second time. I probably did watch it the first time when I was a rookie. I think I do remember watching that. I don't know if I watched it the second time. I don't think I'll watch it tonight. It's just on so late, Eastern time zone, right? But I'll see clips. If I'm in them, I'm sure I'll see them. Those guys will tell me if I do something stupid or something. You guys will make fun of me on Twitter or something. But no, I don't plan to watch it it's on at, 10 o'clock or something. Yeah, I don't plan to watch it.
Jared, there have been moments, Aiden's welcome to the NFL moment Dan described with TJ kind of popping and running out for a touchdown, but
Yeah.
have there been special moments that you've recognized out of the number 2 overall pick that made you go, whoa, this guy's kind of a real deal here?
Oh yeah, I mean, man, first I'll start with his daily preparation is really high level for a young guy and a first year guy. Just seeing the way he carries himself every day, him getting his work done. He's doing the speak when spoken to right now, and I think once he's able to prove himself on the field, he'll be able to form into that leader that he can be and that we all know he can be. But he's doing it the right way right now, and I think his song, he sung Billie Jean, best I've ever seen, not even close. And I think it just speaks to his confidence. He's a confident kid, he's a charismatic kid, and he works extremely hard. He works his tail off, and we all respect him for that, and I think he'll grow into a leader sooner than later.
Do you talk at all with him? Have you had any conversations about what it's like being one of those guys that's
Yeah, briefly. Briefly, he's got it. I mean, he gets it. He did the whole Heisman thing. He did, he was a big name in college before he was a big name in the NFL, so he gets it. But yeah, I mean, we've had very brief conversations about it, but he's a guy that I think has a really, really bright future.
Jared, does this
Couple more
idea
guys?
that you guys can't push the ball downfield become motivation?
No, I don't really
You
care.
wanna prove wrong?
No, don't really care. I just throw it to who's open when we have to, and take care of the ball, most importantly, and let you guys tell us if we're good or bad. The joint practice? Very important. Very, very, very important for us. I was bummed last year we didn't get one, so this year getting that against a good team in Indy, a team that's had some success, a team that's veteran, and I'm sure practices pretty well will be good for us, and will be good for us to go against some other competition other than ourselves. We've kind of, we know our defense, they know us. We're trying to make up some plays that'll get them, and now we can just go out there and run our own plays and feel pretty good about it. So it'll be fun. It'll be a really good opportunity for us, and it's always good fun practicing against our team.
How do you see this competition that you're in right now for the backup job? I mean, how it's going, where you stand in it, or if you're doing paying attention to that?
Man, really, I think it's brought in the best out of our team. Like we go out and compete. There's competition at every position. I think in the NFL, this is year 4 now, you see guys come in every year and you just got to compete. And we all want to make the most of our opportunities. Every single guy out here wants to compete. And at the end of the day, we have a great staff up there who's going to make decisions, and it's not up to us. We just go and compete. And so it's exciting to even be in the position to be here in Allen Park and compete for a job.
Does it help if you've got 3 guys who've been in the room now for 2 years? This is your second year together with
Yeah, man, it's been an awesome room. Like, that's, I know it was a big part for Dan and Brad to bring us all back and be in there, sit in there with Jared, help Jared, and then Tim and I help each other also. And, I take a lot of pride in our room playing well, whether it's Jared last year, Tim last year, myself. It's important to us to sit in there and play good football, and that's what we want to give to our fans and to this team.
Looking forward to Friday. The preseason's obviously big for you and Tim, and this
Yeah.
competition, just getting out there and actually being able to do it in a game environment.
I'm ready to get hit. No, I'm excited. It really is special. Just every opportunity you get, whether it's a preseason or a regular season game, to go and play against other guys who have the same dreams we do and compete. And you want the ball in your hands with 2 minutes to go win a game. And I think that's those are how a lot of those preseason games come down to, and that'll be fun Friday night.
David, how much do you enjoy playing the game?
I love football. I love football. I love the people that I've gotten to meet because of it. I love the chess match when you're on the field with the defensive coordinator. I think that's probably my favorite side of it is trying to solve the problem that somebody's presenting to you, and it's fun. It's been a blast.
Besides being able to step in and win a ball game, when the starter goes down, that's obviously job number 1 for the backup. But when Jared's healthy, when Jared's playing, what's the number 1 job of the backup? What's that job entail?
It's a good question. I think there's a lot of things that go into it, but yeah, it's seeing looks. And I got to see Chase Daniel do it for a year, really as the second guy, and he was as prepared as our starter was, and he would study. He'd know every single pressure that's coming. He'd see every look. He'd be in there studying, and he learned from great quarterbacks in the past. And I think, man, if I can help on one play in a game that'll go for an explosive or create a first down or create a touchdown, that's a big part of the job. And it's a collective effort while one guy's on the field. We're all working together throughout the week to put the best product on the field, and I take a lot of pride in that. We do. But then I take a lot of pride in playing well too myself and preparing the defense. I know Tim does. We have over our career. It's just you only get so many throws in a practice. You want to hit them, and so it's about getting better. It's about being a better player than you were yesterday, and I believe in that wholeheartedly.
When you mentioned Chase Daniel, he's had an unbelievable career, made a hell of a lot of money without throwing a lot of passes in the game. Would that be okay for you as a career to have Chase Daniel career?
Man. Chase was a great guy and did a lot of things right, and I think a lot of those opportunities came to him because of how he treated people, how he acted in the room, and Chase was great here, and I learned a lot from him.
Glenn's obviously spent a lot of resources on the wide receiver position, which means bigger top end talent, but it also means like the depth chart gets deeper, and you kind of have a pretty loaded receiver group
right.
for your twos with Leaf and obviously Quintez and Trinity. So I'm just wondering if that makes you a better quarterback, having better troop of receivers to go catch your passes. Man,
those guys have made us look good all camp, and Trinity's making great plays. Q and Khalif, Tom Kennedy, all these guys have made awesome plays all camp, and it makes your job a lot easier. We talk about so much in our quarterback room, it's all about trust, and if you trust the guy you're throwing it to, you give them a chance, they make the play. You get the stats, they get the stats, but those things are founded in hard work, and those guys just instill confidence in us as we take the field, and looking forward to everybody getting to see kind of the back half of our roster, so to say, on Friday night.
This is a non-football question, but since the World Championships, is your wife taking a break now? You back in training? What's on the horizon for her?
Yeah, so Melissa's getting a run. Made the semis, got 17th at Worlds after finishing 20th in Tokyo, and she's getting a run. I think 2 more races in Europe at the end of the month or early September, and then she'll be up here with me. So, this is a fun season of life for us. It's unbelievable, and we look forward to it every year. She's kicking butt, and I get to cheer from here. And I sometimes wish I could be there. Yeah, no doubt.
How's everyone doing? Good? Good.
How much more comfortable do you feel just second year here in the system?
Yeah, it's there's definitely a familiarity with the coaching staff. Obviously, it's nice to have Ben, staying as the offense coordinator. We've made huge strides in the offense since springtime, and it's been so much fun. The atmosphere out here offensively is incredible, and you guys see it on the field. I mean, we're making plays right now. We're starting to hit our stride. But yeah, I think getting some game reps in me last year kind of allowed me to settle into just my routine pre-snap. Every play I feel like I have a certain kind of checklist of what I see pre-snap, and playing those games last year kind of helped me formulate that process. So I feel really comfortable. I love the offense. I love where we're heading, and it's been a good camp so far.
How about the relationship and camaraderie between you and Jared and David, just how?
Yeah, the cool part about the three of us is we're all within a year of each other, so we all are kind of going through the same kind of process of life right now. Obviously David's married, Jared got engaged, so we're hitting that next kind of phase right now where we can kind of have mature conversations and we can talk football, but also be in the quarterback room and just talk about life. I've been in the quarterback room where Aaron Rodgers is 11 years older than me, and there's a disconnect of just interest, just because of a age gap, and the fact that we all support each other and love each other, and we have great conversations, and we build off each other. We compete every day, and we love it.
Just compared to last year, can you explain what Ben brings to the room as far as all the offense stuff?
He's energy is the thing that stands out for me. Energy, composure, and clarity. There's a lot of clarity in this offense right now. He's made it very specific for us quarterbacks as to what he's looking for us, and what plays and what we have to look for from the defense. But Ben's been a fresh breath of air. He really has. He's extremely organized. He's fundamental oriented, which is critical for NFL guys because the older you get, you kind of slip away from the fundamentals, and they're drilling that into us right now, which is, I think, critical. But Ben's been, like I said, a breath of fresh air. He's youthful, he's energetic. We love being around him, and he knows he's one of those unique coaches who he can coach every position on the field, which is tough to do in the NFL. But he's one of those guys, super knowledgeable. He can step aside with a guy and talk his fundamentals and what he's doing next, which is incredible.
How much of the offense is different than last year, and how much did you have to relearn?
Relearning a good majority of it. Some of the formations stayed the same, so it was nice to have some carryover there. But for the most part, terminology-wise, it's all pretty new. Conceptually, as you guys know, offense to offense, most of this stuff you run is the same. It's just called 4 or 5 different things wherever offense you're in. So conceptually of how to learn it, we know how to progress through it and play the plays, but it's just getting in the huddle and hearing it from Ben and being able to spit it out in the huddle is kind of the part where just repetitions kind of help us out.
You just got your first start last year. Besides comfort and knowing the scheme better, where do you think you've seen the biggest growth from last year to this year?
That's a wonderful question. I just think my composure. I think that I'm not too up, I'm not too down. I've kind of just maintained this kind of steady, do my job. Don't worry about my reps. Just the rep in front of you. Just do the best you can do. And I think that's what's gotten me to year 5, honestly, and just controlling the controllables around me. But I think from last year to this year, this past offseason, I worked a lot on pocket movement. I feel way more comfortable moving around in the pocket. If someone steps across my face, just being able to get around it and still keep my eyes downfield and deliver a good ball, I think is an area in which I've improved.
Having gone through that last year, when you kind of reflected in the offseason, when you get that opportunity again, do you feel like you're much better prepared, having been through it, and be able to look back at it and look at what you did?
Of course, I do. I think, like I said, those reps last year for me in games were critical. You don't really know what you know until you're in those game situations. And those 3 starts I had last year were incredible for my growth as a quarterback, but also gives me some perspective on what I'm doing out here. Nothing's ever going to be as tough as those games. So out here, you kind of take it with a grain of salt of everything out here needs to look perfect for me. It has to feel good because once the live bullets are flying and the quarterback's live, stuff gets real. So I do feel like I'm more comfortable and I know what to expect the next time I'm out there on the field.
Talk to me about that duck hunting celebration. I caught that.
That was an inside joke we used to do in Green Bay that I kind of just whipped out of nowhere. I obviously threw a touchdown to TK in the corner of the end zone there, but it was just the end over end. And I always say to the quarterbacks, there are no pitchers in the stat book, right? So it's a touchdown, and there's no picture of the ball as it's in the air. It wasn't a great ball, but I realized Tom caught it, and I was like, oh, that was a duck. I said it to the defense, so I just got on a knee and shot it down because I was shot down the duck. But just having some fun. You got to keep it light. You got to keep it humorous. So that was my attempt of it. We've gotten used to it. Yeah, the staff's been awesome. Honestly, they're not intrusive at all. They're super communicative. But it's awesome for the city and the program and the just the exposure of the conversations we have, and you guys get a deep look as to what we do every day and the conversations, the walkthroughs, the actual work that you guys don't see behind the scenes that you guys just see on Sundays. I mean, it's incredible for us as an organization, but the staff's been awesome. Yeah, the HBO staff and the NFL films have been awesome, and we've kind of gotten used to it at this point. We've gotten used to it.
So you're gonna watch it?
I will not. I will not watch it tonight. I will. I'm in the middle of a good training camp right now, and I don't really want any distractions. We'll probably hear about it, kind of through family and friends, but there will be a point in time where I'll watch it, maybe down the road. I think that's, a cool thing for me to look back on, kind of to have in my back pocket on a rainy day. But no, I'm not going to watch it for training camp. I'll watch it down the road. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks.